Welcome to Crappens. Don't wait a week for a new video. Join our Patreon at the Crappens On Demand level for instant recap access. Link in description. Enjoy the show. Well, hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, the podcast for all that crap we love to talk about on the old brovs. I'm Ronnie. Hello, welcome to the show, everybody. And please welcome the gorgeous and talented Ben Mandelker. Ben, come on to the show.
Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
Good. Welcome home to my heart.
Thank you. I hope my audio is okay because I'm broadcasting from the rooftop deck at Mozambique Restaurant in Orange County. So I just hope there's no issues.
Sure. Sounds great. Looks great.
Thanks.
You know why? I can tell because we're on video over on Crappens On Demand on Patreon. Also, our bonus this week is a below deck sailing yacht reunion chat. It's not a full recap, line by line recap how we normally roll. It's a week later, guys. Let's just stop pretending that we
It was
were on top of
impromptu.
this. Yeah, we normally don't talk about the reunions for Below Deck because they're disappointing and they're heartbreaking, honestly, in their disappointment. But this time we did because it was just so damn messy, really. And there was just so much to talk about. And we started our Below Deck recap talking about it, and then it went so long that we just turned it into its own bonus episode. So go listen to that over at the bonus episodes on Patreon. And thank you for being here. Today is Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 17, Episode 8. What a sloppy mess of a woman this Tamara is. My God,
Wow.
she came back worse than ever. And guess what? Not mad about it. Not even one mad, not a scintilla of anger in me. How do you feel, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, she's working overtime to get people mad at each other. I mean, so messy, so rude, throwing people under the bus left and right. And then when she gets called on it, she just says that she was drunk and it was all a hey, she doesn't really remember well. And I'm so sorry. And then fake cries. Evil woman. Just an evil person, but great for TV. I mean, I'm really loving this season, as I've said several times. I think it's actually the best show on Bravo at the moment. And we finally got to see Heather Amin. We also got the return of Vicky Gunvalson, the Trace Amigas. So much is really happening.
It was a big one. One thing I'm surprised at is Tamara has not whipped out her most recent weapon. Well, most recent for her in her time, because I know it's like, I don't know if the show feels like time jumping. It's like, oh my God, Tamara's back. It's like people just jumping in and out of time. But Christianity. Really shocked that Tamara hasn't whipped out her Jesus gun yet, because she's whipping out the, oh my God, I was drunk. But she's not whipping out the, but Jesus, because that was her favorite thing for a while. And that storyline just dropped. I don't know if she just completely returned to Satan. That was always my prediction for her, that she would have like a return to Satan season where she just fully embraced the devil with horns and went down into the burning fiery pits of hell. Do you think she's back to Satan, Ben? What do you think?
Back to Satan implies that she ever left Satan. Okay, I think she was an imposter. I think she was a Christianity imposter. When she went into that pool, she did not baptize herself. She tainted the water. That's what I'm going to say. She was never a hardcore Christian. Never.
You don't think that being baptized in a rich person's chlorinated pool in Orange County is real?
Well, I'm Jewish, so I barely even understand the way these things work. But when it happened, I could have sworn I heard like the sound of flapping in the air, like bats being released out of some sort of portal. And I thought that cannot be a good sign for a baptism.
It could have been doves. That's the tricky
Could have been
thing
doves.
about the Bible. You
Could have
just
been.
never know.
Could have been doves. You're right. It could have just been doves being. It could have been Lynn Diamante's doves that she released on her birthday party in Connecticut.
It could have been. It could have been me waving bye to children with both arms, just flapping my underarms against my chest. You never know what it was.
It could have been just Captain Glenn crashing a sailboat into a nearby dock.
It could have been the sound of Tamara's son Ryan, just left alone in the barn with a few animals. Slap, 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 slap.
Slap happy. Either way, the Christianity thing that she used, it's either she's not all about it anymore, or she decided, like, yes, I am a good Christian, but good Christianity does not make for great TV. So I'm going to just like cosplay some devil worship right now.
Maybe, you never know. So, my first thoughts of this episode, I was listening to this while someone was over. I had family over, and I was in the other room, so I had headphones on. And wow, the remix of this opening really slaps. Speaking of
It
slapping,
does.
when you have headphones on, there's something different about
No,
it. When
you
it's
don't.
just like thumping in your fucking ear like that. I'm gonna go like blast it in my car in traffic. Like I really want to blast it.
Let me tell you something. It doesn't even need headphones. Like I listen to that when it comes on. I do a dance party on my laptop. I just say there's like dun, 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 ticka, 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 ticka. It's like that opening beat, that opening that beatbox or drum machine beat where it's like ticka, 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 ding, 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 ding. I was like, oh my god, this is so good.
Yeah.
They killed it with the remix.
Yeah, love it. So I still can't get over my core may be strong. Shut up, Jenna. Okay. Okay, so let's get into this. So, Ryan,
Ow.
Shane is getting his face waxed. Really?
Yeah.
All of Shane. I mean, all that 4'6" of Shane, and all you can concentrate on are his nostrils. There's so much there to wax. Where are we starting there?
You got to start somewhere. Okay, start with the nostrils. You just start there, and then you spread outwards. You know, I mean, like that's how you take care of things. Sometimes you just can't take all of it all at once.
Can I say I miss vagina waxing? Because I've complained about vagina waxing for literally years now, but now I'm having to see nose hair waxing. I would much prefer vagina wax. If it's a choice, bring back vagina waxing. I don't need to see anybody get their fucking nose waxed. And you not only made us see one person, but two people, and one of those people was Shane, and you made us look at the booger thing you pulled out of there, covered in boogers and hair, twice. What the fuck is wrong with this show?
You know what? Hot take. I didn't mind. In fact, not only did I not mind, I thought to myself, should I do that? I think I actually might appreciate getting my nose hairs waxed out. So
don't do it in front of me. Don't do it on television. That's something you do.
Well,
in
I would
private.
I would never do. I all my beauty regimens take place behind closed doors. But I would. I did think there was an odd charm to the fact that I feel like this was the first time we saw a husband and wife getting waxed together. I think normally it's always like girlfriends. I was like, oh, they found an activity together, pulling Shane's nose hairs out, I guess.
I mean, I guess. So he asked the lady, oh, my nose waxing, does that hurt? And she goes, no, it feels like getting punched in the face. The fuck kind of world is this lady living in where she's just getting punched in the face all the time? And Emily tells us that Shane's pretty much up for anything. He'll go with all my crazy ideas. I tell him, what, you don't get that wax? And he says, okay, but then he just sits on the couch and plucks his tiny nose hairs and ear hairs on the couch. So I say, you're getting it waxed, all right? And that's when I pulled a turkey sandwich out of my purse to stay entertaining on this show.
When I see Shane, the one phrase that pops into my head is, down for anything. I'm like, this is a man who just embraces life with just a carefree attitude and a smile on his face. Down for anything, Shane.
He is definitely like a tourism board ad. It's like Shane in a zipline helmet. Just getting ready to jump.
He's just so fun. He's just fun and full of fun.
Rafting.
Hey, is that Shane bungee jumping off of a bridge in Newport Beach? Wow.
Is that Shane renting an electric scooter to go to the local skate park and do some wheelies on the hills?
His enthusiasm knows no bounds. I want to move to Orange County now. He's taught me so much. So now we go over. I'm sorry. So we're still waxing. So Emily is getting her nose waxed now. Now it's her time in the nose seat. And while she's getting her nose waxed, she also decides that she wants to talk about this party that she's having. So she's like, I texted your mom and I asked if I could use her backyard for a fun, like, outdoor girls party, girls party, outdoor cocktails. Oh, my nose. Anyway, she said, of course. And, it's just for the girls, so you're not invited, Shane.
Well, my first thought is Gina and Emily. Neither one of them can have parties at their houses, so we might consider that casting. Although I am enjoying Emily this season, I have to say. My second is leave your mother-in-law alone, and my third is can we not watch you get your butthole waxed now? That would be great. Thanks. So now we get to watch her get her butthole waxed, and then we
Yep.
get to hear about how Shane likes to butt fuck her, and then we get to have that mental image in our head with Shane in a zipline helmet on a rented scooter, having the best time of his life in the OC tourism board while he butt fucks his wife. Okay, and nose booger things coming out with hair all over them. Thanks a lot for this gross ass scene.
Well, I'm sorry that this was a difficult scene for you. We can just move on.
Disgusting.
Why don't we move on to Jen with her son, Grayson, as they walk down a pier and meet up with Taylor and her daughter, Kennedy, and Kennedy's friend, No Name, because I did not commit friend's name to memory because she didn't say anything. Listen, little girl, I know you're 16, but if you want to make a mark in this world, if you want to get into college, do something interesting. Because you know what? Right now,
Especially-
you're denied from my college.
Especially when your name is Alexis. That's like one of the classic soap opera names, and you can't even come up with anything, you lame fucking teenager. Get the fuck off this TV. Okay, I would rather watch Emily get her butthole waxed than take another 2 seconds of this Alexis fucking vanilla ass white wall in a, what's the point of this person? You're a rice cake. You're a rice cake of friends of.
Alexa's gonna be like, "Hi, Mom. I was listening to a podcast. I decided I'm not gonna go to MIT. I'm gonna start up an OnlyFans because apparently I'm not interesting enough. Sorry." Alexis, you're doing great. Don't listen to us.
Alexis,
you're doing
you
great.
do
You did the right
nothing.
thing. You did the
Fucking
right thing.
worthless.
You should
did
not do.
nothing.
It's good that you blended into the background.
Go to
because you don't-
OnlyFans. Yeah, at least give us, so give us something. Make an effort. Do something, okay? No, I
Alexis-
don't think OnlyFans. I don't think we should say, like, just go to OnlyFans. People put a lot
Well,
of work
first of all,
into
she's
their
16.
OnlyFans.
She's 16, so obviously that's like
Well,
literally
that was
illegal.
disgusting, okay? And I feel like you pulled me into that. I didn't come up with OnlyFans. You did. What do I care what this girl did? I don't even
I was
remember
saying
her face.
theoretically-
As far as I'm concerned, she's the thumb with blonde hair. It's like the rest of them.
I was saying that theoretically we are going to send her down a path of like ill repute because we're really doubling down on going in on Alexis right now. But
Well,
Jen,
listen, if your self confidence rests on the approval of two aging gay men, you're fucked anyway. There's no hope for you. Okay.
anywho, Jen and Grayson are on the pier. First of all, it's crazy to see Kennedy as a teenager now. Now she is 16, and it's crazy because the last time we saw her was playing in like a dirt patch at her birthday party or her tea party birthday party.
I'm not
So that's
surprised
crazy.
anymore.
With what?
It's like sea monkeys. Like, how often are you going to just be shocked that these little things pop out of the capsule once you put them in the water? We know what happens. They're little, and then they're like this. They still look like she still looks the same age. Because guess what? We're still the same age apart. So I still feel as much older than her, and I don't know. It's depressing. It's more depressing now, I think. So I'm not like, oh, Kennedy. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm old. Fuck you and fuck Alexis. Get out of here, both of you.
Well, I personally it was just like crazy to me because first of all, she does look almost exactly the same as she did when she was 3, which is strange, but she's now a teenager. So that's bizarre. Also, she looks a lot like her dad, which is also a whole other thing. But also we just haven't seen her. It makes you realize
that.
you didn't see it. Oh, I saw it like crazy. But what's bizarre is that like, I guess with Kennedy and also with Adriana, especially Adriana on New Jersey, we literally watched this child get birthed, and now she's like a young woman who is wearing makeup and doing things that teenagers do. And I'm just like, wow, these are my children. I'm never going to have kids. This is the closest I'm going to have to children, is watching the reality star children on TV.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me at all. I'm like, wow, they're bigger now. So it's like,
Well, that's because you got nieces and you have nieces in your everyday life,
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'm just not.
I think you're
impressed
used
by
to it.
Also, I've watched like a lot of nature shows, so I'm just not impressed by it. It's just nature. You see enough lions eat a deer, nothing affects you anymore.
Let me
I'm
tell you
just dead
something.
I've been killed on the inside.
I was watching Our Planet 2 last night, and shit went down. There were some real mommy issues going on with the crabs on Christmas Island. That's all I gotta say. Real mommy
I gotta
issues.
watch it. I haven't watched part 2 yet.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, a lot of shit goes down. So yeah, they're all with their kids, and they're doing that housewives thing where they're like, "Oh my god, let's do something bad." Jen's like, "Yeah," because we're both from Oklahoma, and Taylor's like, "Yeah, we are. We're gonna do something bad. Let's eat a corn dog." So they go to the corn dog stand, and the corn dog stand is called the Fun Zone.
Well, I think that's really on the nose right there. I mean, it's literally a zone of fun, a corn dog. I don't know why we don't see them more often. You have to go to an amusement park for them. I think they should be more available. I think like they are literally a fun zone. Why do we not want more zones of fun in our lives? Like, why do we have so many sad zones?
So they're supposed to meet Shannon there, but Shannon runs on Shannon Time. Okay, everybody? And that clock sounds like this. Nope.
Yeah. Also, I wish I were there when Shannon heard the news that she was heading to this amusement park that apparently is on an island that's only like reachable by ferry. She's like,
I'm going to an island where I'll be trapped with funnel cake and corn dogs. Okay, well that's very considerate of you, Bravo. Thanks so much. I'm literally will have no choice but to spend the rest of my life there marooned with carbohydrates. Thank you so much.
And then Kennedy is like, "Yeah, I run on Shannon Time too. In lunch detention, they know me there." I was like, "That's not something to brag about, Kennedy. Okay."
"Are you in Greece?" Like,
yeah, she's like, "They know me at
Yeah.
lunch detention." Allie,
wow, she's a rebel.
she's gonna be a star. Anybody else want to make out with Emilio Estevez? Yeah, that's me, badass in detention. You know, if you just get to school on time, you can go to lunch someplace. There must be an Applebee's in your town that you're excited to go to.
Oh yeah, maybe a Pomodoro cafe. Did you notice that Jen said at one point, she goes, "I just want to, you know what we should do? We should eat a lot of sugar and then just go on this spinny thing." And I was wondering, did she mean that she wanted to like make cotton candy in her stomach, or was she saying like, let's eat all the bad stuff and then go on the spinny thing so we have to barf it all up? I was like, is this like a low key bulimia red flag?
That's a good plan. I like that actually.
A very specific eating disorder is carnival bulimia.
One place you don't ever want to take Taylor's face is to a carnival. Okay. They're going to try and like, they're all going to come up and hug her and be like, "Mother," or you're going to have to be on a spinny thing with her and just watch her face like,
I feel like
going around in circles and circles. Save us. Okay.
I feel like a lot of people are just going to try to climb into her mouth. They're like, "Well, we thought this was the entrance to the fun house."
So,
God, we are really on one today, huh?
I'm crazy. I'm in a weird mood. I think Bravo just front loading the week with all these shows. By the time we get to this one, it's like, what are we even doing anymore? You know, where are we?
Yeah. I don't know.
So Taylor's like, "Oh yeah, Kennedy's just a regular teenager. She's happy. She's sad. She loves me." You never know what you're going to get with Kennedy, you know, when she wakes up, and she probably doesn't know what she's going to get with me either.
Luckily, I spent my formative years on reality TV with Kim Richards, so I'm pretty used to this. I just sort of take myself back there, and everything's fine. So Shannon finally shows up.
Oh, hello. I'm here. I had to take some sort of ferry, which I'm not sure is up to maritime code, but if it sinks, then I guess I'll have no choice but to enjoy all this fried food. So, wow, roller coasters and mirror mazes. Wow, fun for us. Okay, what's going on, girlfriend? Soft pretzels and corn dogs?
They introduce her to the kids. They're like, "This is Jen's son, Grayson, and this is Taylor's kid, Kennedy, and her friend, thumb face that nobody can even decipher from any other face." And Shannon just gives them that look like she gives every new cast member on the show, like, "Oh, tight smile. Really do not care about your names? Okay, you're on my television show. Could you please move?"
Thank you. That would be great. Look at these young people with non-elastic skin and perky mindsets about the future. They have so much optimism. I wish they would leave now.
The only thing you have in common with me is David will not be paying your child's college counselor fees. So get the fuck out of here. No one wants to talk to you.
Oh, well, no one here seems to be wearing a sweatshirt for USC, so I'm not sure they're really worthy of my time, so I will just ignore them.
Your children have been here. Whoo, whoo, wah, woof, whoo, wah, 5 woofs in Shannon time. So they need to leave now. Thank you.
I can't help but feel like I am sitting with a young woman who has been in lunch detention before, and I will not have her terrible outlook on education rub off on me and then be sent on to my twins. I'm sorry, Taylor, I must leave.
So Taylor's like, I had a pretzel instead of a corn dog because I decided after that whole cotton candy thing, me sticking a corn dog in my throat might not be the best approach. Might not be. And then we see the obligatory clip from 10 years ago of Taylor eating cotton candy like a fucking crazy person.
I know. She's like, unfortunately, while I was trying to eat my soft pretzel, a cat stole it, and I wound up screaming at it, and it's just I wound up recreating a different iconic moment. What can I say? So, so then they start talking about like Friday, like remember Friday, and Jen is like, honestly, I truly don't know what to feel. I keep going back and replaying it. Like, why did it go south with Tamara and I? So then, put a pin in that because now we go to a store that perhaps was inspired by Gretchen Rossi. It's called Fleur de Lis.
Is that how you spell Fleur de Lis? I don't know
Yeah.
why all the shops in Orange County confuse me, but I always feel like they're puns, even when they're real things.
Yeah, I don't. I love shops in Orange County because I feel like most of them are just like they just take a concept and put an exclamation point at the end of it. Like I feel like there's a swimsuit shop down there called like Sensations with an exclamation point, you know,
And a Z.
or oh yeah, with the Z,
You know.
and then like
Or
a
like
sassy lady
Zensations.
sunglasses, Zensations. Yep.
Yeah, that's an OC thing. Okay, so here's the scoop, everybody, because I know you're all dying to know. We're only 5 hours into this recap, so I just want to take a minute to tell you, Fleur de Lis is spelled FLEUR DE LIS. But don't think Ronnie was right just yet, everybody who is cheering for me over there and throwing 20s at my feet. It can also be spelled with a YS at the end. So guess what? I'm still incorrect.
Well, if you notice the lady behind the cash register, you can definitely tell she's an LYS kind of gal. Did you see her in the
Well, that's why
background
I was
there?
wondering what her name. I was like, is that girl's name Liz? And it's spelled LYS because that's such an OC way to spell Liz too, right?
It could be all of the
LYS.
above. Could be all of the above.
So she's like Flower of Liz, you know, and then they come in and she's like, hey girls, it's me and Liz. You remember me. I own Zensations up the street.
Sensations. Sensations is such an Orange County store. That is definitely by the beach.
County called Zensations.
Sensations, and it just sells bikinis and like surfwear, but
Buddha
also
stuff,
crystals.
like bikinis with Buddha on the nipples and stuff.
I have to look to see if there's a store called Zensations because
I feel like
Zensations.
I feel like I need to go on like HostGator and get that web name, Zensations.
I have to tell you something. There's a place in Long Beach called Zensations Massage. That's pretty close to Orange County.
There's a Zensation brush pen, and on Amazon, yeah, it's a fountain pen. There's fountain pens called Zensations, but fuck them. I don't care. Go ahead, sue me. What am I afraid of, the fountain pen people?
By the way,
come for me.
Zensation. There is. I did a search for Zensation Boutique, and there's sensational in Santa Monica, and also in Reno, Nevada, and also in Wisconsin. So the
Okay,
point,
you know
either
what?
way,
we're dead. That idea sucked. That idea is now dead. I'm glad we wasted all this time not making any money. On
I don't know.
that
I still
idea.
think Sensations of Newport Beach is a thing.
Yeah,
because it's
Newport
different.
Beach
It's different down there.
I'm still proud of us.
Yeah, no,
So-
Zensations, and it has like lots of triangles in its logo too for some reason.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? Triangles and like the infinity symbol somehow. So Zensations, but the last S could be the infinity symbol.
Yeah, or like
Okay.
yeah.
So this is a gift shop, and Tamara is meeting Heather there, and Heather's already there, and she's like, "Oh, Tamara, hello! It's me, television's Heather Dupro. I'm looking for a hostess gift for this bikini party in Perry's backyard. Look at these pencils that say fucking brilliant. This one is a champagne stopper. It's for me.
Now, I just want to clarify. When I say I'm looking for a hostess gift, what I would like to do is buy a hostess and give it to someone. Are there any human servants for sale at the moment?
I'm gonna get you these matches. They say hot mess. Speaking of the other night, my gosh, I was like on an apology tour.
And then we see, like, we do the thing where it breaks into panels, but it's like literally like 45 of them across the screen of Heather being like, I am sorry. I'm sorry. For that, I will apologize. I am very sorry. Gina, I'm sorry. Emily, I'm sorry. Gina, I am sorry again.
Yeah. And Tamara's like, better you than me, bitch. And she's like, yeah, well, I'm just going to blanket apology the world at this point because I'm just going to be sorry until I'm not sorry. And Tamara's like,
Yeah, well, it's fuzzy to me. I don't really remember anything. Everything's fuzzy to me. Oh, I drank. Oh, gosh, I'm such a good person.
But you know what? The one thing I can't deal with, Batch, it's a damn liar.
So then we go,
really? Like the lady who just claimed that she can never remember anything because she had too much to drink. You are the fucking liar, okay?
Exactly.
And also, when you're drinking to the point consistently that you can't remember things, you might have a problem, okay? Now, I don't believe in calling people an alcoholic because I believe that people have the right to call themselves an alcoholic when they're ready to get help. Until then, you're just having a good goddamn time, okay?
Yeah.
But Tamara, you might have an issue, okay? Look into it.
but she doesn't have an issue because she's lying about being blacked out.
Yeah.
So she doesn't.
She remembers everything. She
You're basically
eventually
saying
remembers.
I'm going to call your bluff and send you to rehab if you want to insist that you're not lying. So, Shan, meanwhile, now let's cut back to Fun Zone or whatever the place is called. Is the place called Fun Zone? What's the name of this amusement
I
park?
guess it's all Fun Zone, right? It can't just be
Like,
corn dogs. Like
we're
you can't
between-
just open a corn dog place called Fun Zone. They're gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna need more from this place than just corn dogs.
Yeah, we're going back and forth between Zensations and Fun Zone. Even though Zensations is called Fleur de Lis, I'm gonna say that this is the Fleur de Lis chapter of Zensations. So, or it's a collab. So it's like Zensations X Fleur de Lis with a Y. So Shannon, back over at Fun Zone, TM, Shannon goes,
Well, I think you were insinuating, Jen, that Tamara was overly flirting with Ryan, and I would have been upset with that. I would have been I would have been as upset with that as I am currently upset that I am trapped on an island with funnel cake and corn dogs.
But that's not what I was doing at all, Shannon. That's not what I was doing. What I was saying don't be shitty, Tamara, because when you and I are together, it's very comical about how hot Ryan at the gym, we'd make all those jokes, and that's what we would do, and that's how we bonded. That's how we became sisters. And Taylor's like, so all the stories that Tamara knows about him, who are those from? Are they from Heather? Is that this Heather girl?
So now we have some more about Heather Amin. So she tells us, I met Heather Amin through Tamara, but she used to be very close with Ryan. And when Ryan first came to Cut Fitness, Tamara and I would give Heather so much shit. Like, right, like that's your brother. Okay, who you spent all your time with? Like you two are totally getting it on. You two are totally boning. I literally saw you filleting him in the dressing room at Cut Fitness. I know his semen is all over your mouth right now. Just stuff like that, you know?
And the producer's like, and did you believe that? She's like, I believe them now. I didn't believe them in the beginning, which did not stop me from dating Ryan at all. And we see a picture of Heather Amin finally, because we've been hearing about Heather Amin. And then we see her. She is a flesh-bought version of a Real Housewives of Orange County. I mean, they really do grow them from the same stock in this town.
She is an Orange County. She is basically an Orange County housewife in a wind tunnel. Like
She really is, like straight through. And She's made the mistake of the Groupon Botox where the one eye blinks and the other one doesn't, and it constantly blinks. Did you notice that? I got some crazy pictures of Heather Amin. But yeah, she's ready to rumble, girl. She's got some fresh Groupon Botox, and she's ready to come in here. I mean, she's even got mean in her name. She's ready. Bring her.
She is ready. I hope we get to see more of her. So Taylor's like, well, why would she drop some information out that like would make your head spin? Why would she do that? And Jen goes, well, I mean, maybe she thought she would end up with Ryan. I don't know. I think Heather was in love with Ryan, and there's no other reason a woman would be that concerned with another relationship unless they were trying to get onto TV. But I'm going to say that she's in love.
Right. Unless Tamara had her fucking hand up their wazoo and was puppeteering them onto TV to make a good season. So Jen's like, yeah, so after Nobu, I sent her a very long text. And then Tamara reads this text to Heather in Zensations. And she's like,
your name is the source of all informations. And I truly think we should talk this out, bitch. And I'm sure from a personal and professional standpoint, you would not want us sharing any of your personal info.
and Heather goes, oh, that is a threat. That's a threat. And she goes,
It's a threat. It's a threat.
It could be read as, listen, you're trying to ruin my life on camera. I'm sure you wouldn't like it if I was trying to ruin your life on camera, Camera. Think about what you're doing.
Plus, I think what we're starting to see is that Jen accidentally threatens people or like accidentally insinuates things like too heavily. And I generally believe it's accidental because last week, you know, when Tamara's like, you like, you know, like whatever she was saying about like, yeah, Ryan said he wanted to fuck me or something like that. And then Jen's like, well, let's not talk about all the things that you said, Tamara. Let's not talk about your behavior. What? No, her behavior was just that she sort of just nodded along and was fine with it. Yeah.
So Tamara's like,
It is a threat. Heather's over it. I'm over it. And so I was like, why don't you just go to the pool party and you can talk about it there in front of everybody. We can just make it Heather and me, the pool party. Hi, everybody, it's Heather and me. And then you can attack her. Let's do it. But I'm not to attack her or anything like that.
and so she's telling us,
Yeah, Heather doesn't want to attack Jen or anything like that. I mean, they were really good friends for a really long time, bitch. And Heather just wants to fuck that. You guys, Heather Amin wears 2 crucifixes on her chest. 2 double crucifix. One more, she's got Jesus' death spot on the mountain.
it's like, oh my God. Because Heather Amin does come in double crucifixed up. I was like, here is she. I mean, this woman is like built for this show.
Yeah. And I love Tamara saying,
Yeah, so like maybe we can be friends again, batch.
like Tamara wanting to ambush Jen and then saying it's all under the guise of bringing everyone together again. You just want to ambush Jen.
I'm bringing her enemy who's going to scream about her future husband probably cheating on her multiple times to help her. Listen, guys, it's like a hug. It's like a Tamara Barney hug.
So now Tamara, she's like trying to generate a shred of sympathy. So she goes, I have like too much going on, batch, right now between Cut, the dog, and, you know, it's like I just feel bad about throwing a napkin on her. It's like too much going on. I'm like, Cut is already closed. The dog situation, sad. Obviously, the dog.
It's sad, but you've already given the dog's ass away to Ryan.
The ashes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like it was obviously not a big enough deal that the Bravo producers had to make a whole scene out of it or an episode, you know? Like, not saying that losing a dog is nothing, but I'm saying it seems like it's enough removed.
You don't get to use it as an excuse for this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. Like we're a few episodes away. Okay,
Right.
So like, Cut Fitness and the dog don't cut it anymore.
Yeah, no pun intended. And she's like,
Yeah, I feel bad for throwing the napkins, but you cannot mess with my fucking marriage. And if you try to, I will not give in the towel.
I was like, wow, Tamara's still stupid because that's not the saying. And also, she's like, how is she fucking with your marriage? You are so delusional. You are the one fucking with her relationship.
Exactly.
You know what else you're fucking with? Her divorce settlement. Can you let the woman try to get her money before you go around telling everybody that she was cheating on her husband the whole time? She's got 5 kids to support, okay? Like, let the woman get her bag.
Tamara is literally fucking with a relationship, and then she gets mad when Heather kind of like bows up a little bit and is like, well, I'm not going to talk about what you did that night or whatever, even though she didn't really do anything.
I think that part of me has thought this whole time that Tamara is doing this because she just wants a storyline. She's going to bring in this girl and she's going to ruin her life because that's what Tamara does. And she needs a story and she needs to make the season fun and she's producing. And maybe that's true. But also, it's so obvious she's mad at this girl for opening a gym, right? I mean, it's a yoga studio, but it's still, if you're going to someone's gym and you become their friend and you're like, you know what, I want a gym of my own. Because Tamara probably had yoga classes or some shit in there.
Maybe. I think that could be one thing. She's probably also jealous that Jen has a hotter guy in her life. And maybe, just maybe, she's jealous. Yeah, well, honestly. And maybe she's jealous that Ryan has a better personality so far, which is really a low bar. And maybe she's also just jealous that Jen may actually be more authentically happy than Tamara and Eddie. Who knows? I mean, Tamara and Eddie seem pretty happy to me. But usually when people go after relationships, it's because they have an issue in their own.
And usually when people talk about how much they fuck, they're not fucking. We know that from watching these shows. Like
We've seen a lot.
How true that is. And that's all these two talk about when they're together. It's like,
Hey,
So Jen-
babe, how was work today? Wanna fuck?
oh my God, all I thought about was fucking you all day. I was trying to grocery shop. And then I was like in the apple section. I was like, God, I want to fuck this apple. No, I want to fuck Tamara. God, I'm glad I'm home.
Did you get an apple or did you fuck it? I'll fuck the apple.
We're fucking so much. Even my mom is fucking her new boyfriend, Dan Hedaya.
So meanwhile, Jen is crying.
I love that you still know the boyfriend's name.
No, that's not his name. That's just like, he just looks like the dad from Clueless. I can't tell at the side if he looks like Chaz Palminteri or the dad from Clueless. But it looks, I think, more like,
Hold on, I need to look him up.
I think it is the dad from Clueless, Dan Hedaya.
Yeah.
Dan Hedaya, icon, American icon. That is not unlike Sandy's boyfriend dressed in the Abercrombie. So Sandy's boyfriend, who's like doing the Steve Buscemi in Community, showing up like he's a high schooler. Anyway, so Jen is crying. We should put up a picture on Crap is on Demand to give everyone context. Show everyone. Show Dan Hedaya. Wait, I want to find. Okay, now I'll find Sandy's boyfriend. Sandy, Real Housewives of Orange County boyfriend.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard, but it sure did. Okay, so let me go over here. I'll present.
This is a hard thing to find. Everyone's doing Captain Sandy. I want Tamara's mom boyfriend. Okay, I don't know if I can find a picture of this guy. I think his name is David.
So here he is, everybody.
David?
God, this makes me laugh.
Wait, I
Okay.
can't. It's
So
like a
he's
series
also
of.
in Married to the Mob, and I mean, this
Yeah,
guy's
he's been in
like
a million
things.
things.
Yeah, he's great. God bless you, Dan Hedaya. Hey, I'd fuck Dan Hedaya if I was at a Costco and he was passing out chicken. Why not? I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm with Sandy. Okay.
Wait,
so
I just want to. So yeah. So then Jen starts crying because we go back to the amusement park. I'm still like laughing so hard that they're like at an amusement park. And Jen's like, I spend so much time with Tamara and Eddie, and I don't understand. I go home at night, and I can't even get my thoughts together. And I have 5 kids, and they're supposed to be used for a storyline. I can't even have my 5-kid storyline right now because we're just talking about Ryan at Cut Fitness. This is really impossible for me.
I have to cook. I have to take them to soccer. I have to take them to baseball. And Taylor's like, yeah, it's causing problems in your relationship is what you're saying. It's like, yes. I mean, just this morning. And then we cut to this morning. And Ryan's like, babe, it's not cool for you because you've got to sit there and listen to this bullshit. And it's not cool for me either. I mean, listen, it's also not cool for Paul from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because people are coming up to him saying, Jesus Christ, you're a cheater and you look great on TV. Okay? None of this is truthful. I don't believe this guy. I think this guy's a total slime bag. I saw clips of him on Watch What Happens Live. He was in the audience. He's already had like T-shirts made up of something he said on the show. I mean, he's a
by the way,
thirsty man. And he's using you for airtime, man.
I believe everything Tamara's saying. I just want to say about Ryan. I do believe that he said that, and I do believe that he's a skeeve, and I do believe that he's a cheater. But I think that Tamara's motives come from jealousy. So I think Tamara is the one who wants to be cheated on. I think Tamara would actually like to be cheated on, so that way she could have that. I think she wants her own Scandival.
Well, I think that everybody in Orange County is a swinger. I said this right in the beginning, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're all fucking. Okay, that's my thing, and it's just like, who's going to bring it onto camera? And someone even agreed this week and sent me a message and was like, "That is correct. They're all swingers and they're all fucking, and Jen is threatening to say something about it. And I was like, I love this theory. Let's just roll it down a hill and see how big it can get.
Yeah, let's do it. Start it right here. So Shannon goes,
Well, I would be devastated by every piece of information that has been discussed because this is private information, and if everyone's sitting around talking like they're experts on their life, and so what if he lives under a bridge in a hut? Who cares? We can't move in. We don't fit in each other's houses. What are we talking about again? What are we talking
I
about?
understand how hard it is when people are talking about your relationship. Hold on. Bottom line is, if they're happy, I wish them well. Surely no one is going to talk about my relationship later in this episode. And pray.
Like we see immediately by the end of the episode, we see why Shannon's on this kick where suddenly she cares about everyone else's relationship and she's going to do anything to stand up for the people being talked about because Shannon knows she made a mistake by trusting fucking Heather Dubrow. She knows it. I mean, the second that Tamara comes back and the way that Heather already starts showing that she's going to be Team Tamara and crying that they're friends, she's like, oh shit, I've trusted Heather and Heather hates my guts. What have I done?
well, but also her relationship is crumbling. She's been down this path before. She knows it's only a matter of time before Tamara starts, putting it out all on display on TV. So I think Shannon's just like
all of that.
and she's sensitive too. Honestly, I think she is sensitive about like her. She's hanging on by a thread, and so it's so funny because in any situation that reminds her of her own, she just starts to cry. But but it's because we know that she and John have broken up. So I can imagine her being at the supermarket and like buying some bananas, and they're like, "Ma'am, do you want this banana too? It broke off from the rest of the bundle."
Yeah, yes, no, those bananas are all together. Here's one cohesive unit. I don't know why you're questioning that banana. Of course, it's none of your business. You do not get to question the banana. I want it. It's together. They are together. They are happy bananas.
They're like, ma'am, this is the express lane. We'd really like you to recount your items. She's like,
Recount? Oh my God, this is going to kill Alcor. This is going to kill him. Another recount. Please don't do this to me. This will be the end of my relationship. It will be the end of my relationship.
Ma'am, could you please pick up that biography you knocked over there?
Oh, it's not knocked over. It is hanging there. Let's see. This is a biography about Chad. It's a hanging Chad. It's a hanging Chad.
Oh, hold on. I'll pick that up. Wow, glad to know we're still talking about Brad and Jen Aniston. Can we just leave them alone? Anybody, please? Could I get customer service over here? I would like to stop talking about this relationship. It's been 90 years.
These tabloids are smut.
but for real though, can we stop talking about Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and Jennifer Aniston? They're literally still on the cover of magazines.
Are they really?
Who cares? Yes. Who cares? They're like, Angelina called Brad abusive. I'm like, what else is new? What's Angelina even in? Why are we talking about these people?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay to.
No, I short-circuited Ben. Sorry, we paused. What were you saying?
You know what? It was literally not an important thing, and it was about to take me down a bad path.
Jen Aniston is what you were.
No. Jennifer Aniston. I'm not like. I'm just. I don't. I'm not. I've never been interested in Jennifer Aniston gossip. Like Brad Pitt gossip, I'm down for because he's just so hot that I'm like, whatever, cool. But like Jennifer Aniston gossip, I always find to be kind of. It reminds me of like Colgate toothpaste. I don't know. It's just sort of.
It's just always so insincere
there.
anyway. Like, who cares? And Jennifer Aniston's the same in everything. I mean, I like her.
And honestly,
but
I'm like
Jennifer-
mad at. I'm mad at
Okay.
her. I'm mad at her.
Why are you mad at her? What'd she do? I want to know. Love it.
I don't know what I shouldn't blame her, but
Good, blame her.
like 2 weeks ago. Okay, this is on my mind, guys. Like 2 weeks ago, Jimmy Kimmel apparently does this thing where every summer he invites all these celebrities for like a dinner party in Canada, and Kristen Bell, I guess it was her birthday or
saw
something.
that.
She took a picture and it was this giant photo of like 35 celebrities, and they're all there in Canada at Jimmy Kimmel's place. And I'm mad at Jimmy Kimmel about this too, by the way. And they're all there, and they're all white. First of all, I think they're all
I was
white.
gonna say,
And there's
that is
David
the
Chang
whitest picture I've seen in a long time.
and
Wow.
David Chang. And so first of all, I was like, fuck all you guys, because I was like, you guys are all acting like, oh, this sounds very conspiracy based, but But like, where is like you don't have any people of color in your friend group? Like, this is absolutely ridiculous.
That's
You got like
weird.
fuck all
Well,
of you guys outside of David Chang. I don't want to erase David Chang, but I was like, fuck all of you guys. And Jennifer Aniston was sort of just like front and center, and she had this smile on her face, and she is not to blame for this photo, but for some reason, the look on her face, you could in my mind, I was like, you love this group of people, and like, I just felt like. I don't know. It just made me so mad, that photo. And for some reason, I'm really pinning it on Jennifer Aniston.
I was like, you guys are all in Hollywood and you have no friends of color at all? I mean, that's just so weird to me. I think that's I mean, I noticed it as being really weird too. I don't think
like, I just really
who in America even has friend groups like that. I mean, besides the Real Housewives of Orange County. But
I know, aside from this show that we're covering, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind if they're all friends with each other.
Point. You know what I mean? Like America in general, we just seem to be. I mean, I'm mixed, but I just feel like everybody's mixed. So it's just so weird to see that many non-mixed people. It's just
exactly.
Like cake
and
store
it's really
that only sells one kind of cake, and you're like. That's weird. Why would you have all that one kind of cake? There's so many flavors in the world. What a stupid. Who would want to go to a dinner party with one kind of cake?
Yeah, and I just really Jimmy Kimmel is the one who's most at fault because it's his party. And so he is the one who's truly at fault. But for some reason, I saw that photo and I was just like, it's okay for all you people to be friends, but also like, but is this your group? Is there no one else? I just was like, and for some reason, Jennifer Aniston's in that photo. She's like, and I was like, you know what, Jennifer Aniston, I don't want to hear it from you.
Well,
I didn't like it.
Jennifer Aniston doesn't really get on my nerves that much. It's just seeing her on magazines all the time. I don't care about her. I don't care about Brad Pitt. You know who I care about? What's Angelina doing? I mean, that's a girl who wore her brother's or her husband's blood around her neck in a vial, and like now that's the drama right there. Is it Angelina? Okay, I could read about her every week, but the rest of them, get them off the fucking newsstand.
Yeah.
Already.
Well, I always feel like
so
Angelina's
Shannon,
doing something. You know what it is? Okay, here's the distillation of it. Here's the distillation of my emotions because I think they're all over the place. I feel like Angelina's usually doing something fabulous, and Jennifer Aniston is doing exactly what I always think she's doing, which is just hanging out with a whole bunch of white people in Canada.
Angelina Jolie isn't just fabulous. She's really dark. Like there's a lot of darkness there. She's got just a lot of. Every time I hear something about Angelina Jolie, and it's all the time because I'm always looking at these magazines, but it's always something completely unhinged, and that's what keeps me interested. Unhinged people. Brad and Jennifer, it's like, it's like a new Orange County cast member. It's just blah. It's like the same thing, like a talking thumb. But Angelina, yeah, give me Angelina every day. So Shannon is in the grocery store counting bananas. Is where we left off.
Yeah, this really went to a place, huh? That's I think largely my fault.
No,
I made this a referendum about race and diversity somehow, and now I know I'll never be ever if we ever become super famous. Now I'll know I'll never be invited on the Jimmy Kimmel show. So I'm making peace with that already.
Oh God, who cares? My God, who wants to go to that party? White cake only. Okay, vanilla cake only. Okay, so Shannon she would be devastated if people were talking about her relationship, which obviously they are, right? So then Taylor's like, well, what's it going to be like if you see Tamara at the pool party then? Because you're going to see Tamara over there at that pool party, right? And she's like, well, I mean, I think that you guys should have a conversation, Jen, because this is a relationship. And I think you should say, Tamara, you're a very reliable, reasonable human being, and I would appreciate it if you would stop trying to ruin my life for ratings. I'm sure she'll respond very, very wonderfully to that. Then we can hug and we can have a shot. Woo! Whoa, I'm falling off a chair. I'm falling.
So let's move on to Pavilion Park, which is the paviest park in all of Orange County. Pavilion Park, where it's what we always dream of, another domestic scene of Gina and Travis, but this time featuring Matt and Britt. And they're all there. It's a scene of co-parenting. Okay, co-parenting at the playground, and the kids are all playing. And it's the sort of scene that makes you want to actually go to that Jimmy Kimmel dinner party. You're like, actually, that Jimmy Kimmel dinner party doesn't seem as bad anymore.
Just to get the fuck out of here.
I know.
I would like to stop normalizing seeing an abuser on the TV. How about that? And I don't like that it's being talked about like, oh, Matt, that silly night. No, I don't. You can forgive all you want to, and maybe it's good for your family. I think forgiveness is probably the healthiest route for you. It's not for me. I don't embrace forgiveness, and I'm not going to forgive Matt. I hate his fucking guts. He still comes across like an egotistical piece of shit, and I don't like him. And also, I don't like how he talks to my Travis either. So they're there, and Brittany, the Kelly Dodd lookalike, is there. And Matt's like, so you're going to go to this whole game thing tonight, huh, Travis? Good, because I don't feel like doing it. That's what you're here for, Trav. I was like, you are disgusting. Get off my television.
I'm like legitimately so thankful that we're all on the same page. It's like so good for the kids to have like the same structure and discipline in both houses. And Brittany's like, she's like, yeah. And then like when things come up, we can call each other. I'm like, wow. Congratulations on having a basic line of communication. So Gina's like, I love having a blended family. That's why I got a sign from Marshalls that just says blended.
It's going so well that Britt and I are literally doing TikToks together. She's a very important part of my child's life. You know what? Nobody better fuck with Britt. That's how I feel about it.
And then Gina's talking
TikTok is over. It just ended. It literally just ended right now. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm sorry to you, Ronnie. I know you've been doing a lot of good TikToks lately, but unfortunately, TikTok, the word just got out that Gina and Britt are doing TikToks together, and officially the platform has lost relevancy.
I can't believe. Listen, when I've caught on to something, it's over. I feel like because I'm like old lady or old guy. But I think during the pandemic, it should have been done when everybody started posting TikToks with their kids. I can't believe it's still going. Actually,
I know.
So then they start talking about work. Gina's asking him if he's gotten any of his certifications back. And he's like, that's a long battle to get those tests back and stuff. And she says that because of the charges, he lost all of his test scores. And so she wants to get his felonies lower because that's what's best for her family. And, look, I can get that. I really do. I just don't want to see it on my TV. I really don't.
Though I was really mad that he looked so hot in a suit. I was like, damn it, why do they keep showing this monster, this
Plenty
hot
of
monster?
abusers do, I'm sure. I don't
hot
need it.
Monster.
And he's not, no.
So Britt, they're like joking, like Britt says, "Oh my God, like Gina, remember you made a meal 2 years ago? That was really good." And Travis is like, "That was the last time she ever cooked anything." Ha 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 ha. And then there's just like laughter about like real Italians don't use jarred tomato sauce and real Italians make pasta.
Oh my God, I am a real Italian.
Yeah, and Travis is like, I'm just saying that they would make the sauce from scratch. And she goes, real sauce is from a jar, so there. It's like, you're not a real Italian, okay? And don't tell me that anybody in New Jersey or Long Island City or whatever would be happy with you being an OC either, using your jarred tomato sauce. Shame. Just shame all around this family.
Shame.
So let's go.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Ronnie, because for some reason, because I was sort of like waiting for my anti-jar tomato sauce thing for later in the episode, but there was a part of me that was like, I know I'm gonna be like anti-jar tomato. This is what I thought was gonna happen. It's like you can't use jarred tomato sauce, and then you were gonna say, what? That's what you do. You put pasta on a plate, you get a jar, you put some garlic, and you pour it on there. You're too fancy for it, Ben.
I would say.
I thought
pasta sauce.
I thought you might have some.
Fucking kidding me?
I thought you might have some weird hot take where you were gonna say, Ben, you were highfalutin for liking to make your own tomato sauce.
No, I make.
And
mine
what you do is you
every
doctor
week.
it up.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, so
No,
this is why we're
I'm
friends.
No Rachel, what's her face? What's that stupid fucker? Rachel's face. Rachel.
Ray.
Rachel.
Bam. Boom. Boom. Boom.
EVOO.
bing,
The
God,
worst.
I hate her. She's like,
the
we're
worst
gonna
nickname.
Make pasta sauce with garlic, onion, and then jarred ragu. I'm like, you're disgusting. Shame on you. Who gave you a television? You guys, I don't know why I sound so angry today. I'm actually
We are
having a great
we
day.
are really we're getting everything off our chest. Rachel Ray, she might as well have been at that Jimmy Kimmel meal.
She might
Probably
as
she
well
probably
have.
catered it.
Yeah, she might as well have. But no, I make tomato sauce not every week, but like once every 2 weeks. Constantly making tomato sauce. I'm really good at it. I'm even editing currently a Nancy video teaching people how to make tomato sauce. It should be up tomorrow or the next day on my
at that.
TikTok. Speak of that, tie it in all together. Old
TikTok's
person on
back.
TikTok making some tomato sauce. I'm going to show you how to do it the easy way. Get in here. Listen, this tomato sauce is going to be easier than me as a senior in high school. Okay.
TikTok is back, everyone, and it's back with tomato sauce and Nancy.
Nancy
And
the Bobo, TikToking it
even
out.
I did a TikTok this week. I did a TikTok about croissants, and
Too late, Ben. Okay.
I know.
just
I
get
missed.
off my
Well, I
TikTok
did it during the
wave.
window. I did my croissant TikTok during the window when Gina made TikTok uncool. But you got in after when it came back.
No, I'm officially TikTok failing, so it's okay. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep doing it anyway till I'm 90. Fuck all you.
I got so can I say I got so excited with my croissant video because I uploaded it and then within 3 seconds it had like 350 views. I was like, oh, it's taken off already. And then I was so excited, and then it was like an hour later, 352 views. I was like, oh, you fucking platform, making me think I was taking off, and it's only 2 views
It's a
an hour.
monster. It's a monster platform. It is not a nice platform. Okay, guys, no one cares about this, but we do, and that's important. So there's hard rock music playing now, and we're at the Swallows Inn, which I think is hilarious because it's a Tamra scene. So
Yeah.
I'm proud
It's
of it, bitch.
there is one of those bars. There's bras on the ceiling. It's kind of like Hogs and Heifers in New York City, if that still is around. I'm not sure if it is. It actually looks really fun. I would totally go to this bar.
yeah,
But
it's where they're making like a country bar. It's like a theme where they're like, haha, it's a country bar, but it's. People pretend that Orange County is only what we see on the OC, but no, guys, it's not. This bar is real.
this is guys.
This is legit.
This is
Brian
real.
works in a real ranch, you guys.
This is real. This is a real bar. So Tamra is like, that's where the party's at, bitch. And Emily's sitting there at a table going, hi. Oh my gosh, I love your denim. You dress the part. She's cheers. Better together. I'm glad we're friends, bitch.
And she's like, me too, because, when you're an asshole, I get it, because I can be an asshole too, Tamra, And she goes,
You called me Lucifer.
yeah, because you're fucking evil. I love when Tamra gets all victim-y. Like, how dare you call me Lucifer?
I mean,
A
did you
Christian
not-
me?
Tamra, did you not notice all the skeletons that rose in the pool when you got baptized? It was like the end of Poltergeist.
So Emily's like, well, we see a clip of Emily saying that when she's like, apparently Tamra had a day off from her master Lucifer, and she's come to Earth to let Gina know what's going on. And now I'm going to have some fried rice, which I just happen to have in my purse. I'm wacky Gina.
Well, cheers to
Emily-
you, devil bitch.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, devil bitch. Yes, bitch. So she's like, so Tamra, like, how's your relationship with Shannon these days? And Tamra's like, it's getting there, bitch. Like, I think that, like, it's something that, like, takes a bit of time. And, like, we went to dinner with her and John the other night, and Eddie hadn't been around Shannon in such a long time, bitch. So we really put them in the hot seat. Or as I like to call it, the Tamra seat. Because I'm the hottest bitch in Orange County, bitch.
And then we see a clip of this dinner, and Eddie's like, so, you working, man? Where are you living? So, you're going to be able to support Shannon and all of her 100 kids? I mean, what's that about? What, are you going to get married or what? And John's like, whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean? I live in under a bridge, and nobody can fit in there, okay?
Well, it's a very small space, so they can't fit in there. So it's a small
Carl,
space.
Shannon wishes. I would love if Shannon dated Carl.
Well, I don't know if I appreciate you going out and getting drunk and having sex with other women. Carl.
You look great, by the way, though. So, come sit on Daddy's lap. Put your weight on me.
Oh, well, I feel like that is something of a microaggression because I am trying to actually lose some pounds. So when you say put your weight on me, I feel like you are actually ridiculing my journey here a little bit, Carl.
You want to talk about journeys? I've been on one. I'm currently on one right now. I've never
Oh, that's funny because the twins just got jobs at Journeys. They are selling shoes instead of going to their first year of college. I'm so happy.
So Tamara's like, like it was fine. Tamara basically, they had to do a lot of tap dancing at this dinner, basically. And
Well, Eddie,
Emily's
by the
like,
way, I'm sorry. Eddie was fucking rude. I'm sorry. Eddie was rude. He's like, he's like, you guys aren't living together. Oh, so you basically can't support Shannon or kids? Like, shut the fuck up, Eddie. What are you
sucks.
doing?
Yeah, Eddie, who immediately quit his job the second he was married to a woman on television, and then tried to rive her wave of fame for his stupid gym and now his stupid weed. So shut up, Eddie. Okay, you fucking user. Transparent user. Also, Eddie said about Shannon, the only good thing about Shannon was David. Let's not forget
Don't forget that.
This guy's a real piece of shit, Eddie.
Yeah. And clearly John hates him because John, it really is. He is kind of like a drunk wasp, and he has that smile veneer, but like there's hatred behind his eyes, which I really like it when it's directed towards someone like Eddie.
He does have that. He does have kind of an evil glint in his eyes. But I don't know if he's just exhausted too. Sometimes, when you're woken up in the middle of the night and you're so mad. Like, I don't know if it's that kind of anger or if it's evil.
I don't think he's evil. I just think that he's angry because they showed a scene. It was a flashback from just last week where John was like saying to Shannon, and he says, well, I'm hoping that we can do some more fun things. And when he said fun things, he had this smile that was so like, it didn't hit me last week, but this week it struck me and I was like, oh my God. This guy is so angry right now.
That was him trying to, just in context of that scene, that was him, I think, trying to stay calm and not argue with Shannon because he's like, can we just have a nice dinner? It's like, well, nice for you. You don't have children that you're trying to send to college. Oh my God, I've got so much to do. Real for real. Real for real. We've got to get all the stuff done for real for real. And it's like, can we please just have
But he gave that same energy to Eddie because he wanted to go off on Eddie, but he didn't. So anyway, Tamara's like, yeah, there was a lot of tap dancing, Batch. And Emily says, well, Heather shared a lot of things with me about their relationship, and it's very concerning. And apparently Heather also told Tamara and Gina about stuff going on with Shannon.
See, never trust Heather. Never fucking trust Heather. Heather will pretend that she likes you, but once Heather hates you, she will always hate you, and she will always try to be getting back at you. And she's never going to like Shannon. No matter what, she will come after Shannon. How dare you? That is so shitty. I don't even know what this John news is yet. But that is so shitty to go tell the town criers so they will tell everybody to ruin Shannon. Heather, you still suck, okay? You might be getting the victim edit right now because everybody's on your ass, but this is a nice reminder that you're still a piece of crap and you suck and you're a terrible friend. And I hope they get you. I can't wait till they get you.
And Emily's like, Heather's told me multiple things that Shannon has told her about the relationship with John, and it's not great, but it's like Fight Club starring, Brad Pitt, former husband of Jennifer Aniston, and sort of together with Angelina Jolie. What are the odds? First rule of Shannon's relationship is you don't talk about Shannon's relationship.
Yeah, but if she's telling people, like Officer Shannon had to told Heather something for her to be repeating it to somebody. Otherwise, where did it come from? Where did it come from?
It's like, yeah, but then that puts us in an awkward position because I'm friends with Heather and I want Heather to know she can tell me things, but then she tells me things that I'm like, well, maybe you should say so.
She's telling you because she knows you're going to go repeat it and ruin Shannon's life on camera. What do you think? You're a tool, literally.
But
you're being used as a pawn, ma'am.
But of course, these dum-dums are going to ruin Shannon's life on camera for the sole purpose of being actually able to ruin Heather's life on camera. Which is the funniest part. Because now Tamara's like,
I don't know if Heather was coming from a place of concern. I think Heather was coming from a place of gossip.
So she's going to use this to take down Heather. She doesn't care about Shannon. She wants to take down Heather.
Does. I think she wants to take down Shannon too because Tamara doesn't forgive either. And Tamara was just hating on Shannon for like years, for 2 years ever since she got fired. You really think Tamara's going to be like, oh, everything's forgotten. Now we're best friends again? Hell no. That's not how Tamara works. She's going to take this information she's just been handed and she's going to bring it up on a camera in this episode. I mean, she's a monster, man.
Listen, I just watched Our Planet 2 last night, okay? I know the way nature works. Tamara is going after the alpha right now, okay? She is the puma that needs to stake its territory, all right? And she does not like that Heather got a whole big, like, Heather Dubrow is back in the OC. Tamara wants to be the queen of the show. She, like, She may have an axe to grind with Shannon, but her bigger axe is with Heather.
Well, I watch Our Planet Bravo style, and I see Tamara as a possum sitting on a dumpster, and there's two people trying to throw away their trash, and Tamara can't even really distinguish their faces because all she can think is, my trash,
Shadows.
bitch, my trash, bitch. She's like holding up she's like carved up soup cans like shivs at them, like come at me, bitch.
She sees shadows approaching the garbage and is just unhappy. She actually, that is, by the way, the most Tamara thing ever is that Tamara Possum doesn't even know how to play possum.
Because possums lie down and pretend they're dead. Tamara runs like hell.
Well, in this case, she actually fashions a shiv and tries to attack. She's a rapid possum.
Our planet. And we have studied the possum, and we have realized they are upset, and it's humanity's fault.
This nature show is called Our County. So Tamara,
Real Housewives of Our County.
saddest nature show of all time would be tracking the nature in Orange County. Just be watching lizards getting squashed on the Pacific Coast Highway as cars barrel past.
Or faces just being erased, trip by trip to the doctor.
All
Anyway.
natural faces have left the earth.
So,
And it's our fault.
so Tamara's like,
Yeah, you know what? That makes me feel like she's not a good friend, and Shannon needs to know that she's not a good friend.
and Emily's like,
Yeah, but like even if we bring it up a little, she's gonna be pissed and she's gonna think we're out together. And I don't want her to think that that's the motive, because the motive is that we're worried and we care, right?
and Tamara's like, she's doing that thing where you see her mind spinning and she's just moving her lips, but nothing's coming out. She's like,
Nothing comes out of her lips, just a bunch of gibberish. So Tamara says, well, I'm going to go to lunch this week at a place called Mozambique and after the pool party, and I will mildly bring it up. Very, very mildly. I will do it so mildly that she won't even have a meltdown and try to raise the production. And then
Alright,
goes,
well, promise not to throw me under the bus, because we're in this together, right?
and Tamara's like,
Yeah.
that's not a
Yeah.
very convincing from
I
Tamara.
won't throw you under the bus whatsoever, even though the entire next scene is about people literally throwing themselves down on the ground. So now we go to Parry's house, Patty's pool party. And everyone's there's a champagne gun that the bartender's learning how to use, and Shannon's in a towel in her yard getting a fake tan. She goes,
Here's how I get a fake tan. This is what I do. I just take it and just rub it on my arms just like this. Looks great, right? Just, streaks are in.
You don't have to do that outside. It's very weird. I'm not sure. And does she have a fake lawn? Does she have like a fake grass lawn?
it looked like it was an AI generated video.
And it
Just
looked
like
weird.
someone put
People
a
are like-
text prompt, Shannon Bador putting on bronzer in a lawn with a little picket fence.
Yeah, people are like, honey, that lady in a towel is standing out on her putt-putt green again. The fuck?
I thought
the
Bronwyn
police.
moved out of this neighborhood.
So Heather Amin comes. We finally meet Heather Amin. And she comes to Tamara's glam room. And Tamara's like,
Dinner, nothing bad.
and she goes, underwear. I didn't bring any underwear. She's like,
You want to remind her? It is. It's hilarious.
and then cut to next season when she's like,
Heather Amin said she wanted to wear Eddie's underwear.
Exactly.
That slutty bitch.
Because Heather Amin goes, I prefer Eddie's, but that might be another problem. And I love that Jen's whole argument is that, yeah, like Ryan saying that he wanted to fuck you, Tamara, that's just like how we're always talking shit like that also. Like, it's comical. And then here's Heather Amin saying, yeah, I'll take Eddie's underwear. I probably would enjoy that more.
She walked into my glam room and said, I want to wear Eddie's underwear.
It will be a thing.
Tamara just makes her own.
No, the vibe is going to be,
At first I thought she was joking, but now I'm not so sure. Roll the flashback.
So then we see party set up. There's a champagne gun. People start arriving. Gina's in some terrible wedge shoes. Good Lord. Gina just continues the streak of just never getting it right. Taylor's
literal
there.
iceberg lettuce. She made shoes out of iceberg lettuce. Someone please give her some more money. Just like ranch and iceberg on her feet.
They're like, is that fresh gorgonzola on your wedge? And she's like,
No, I just use the bottle stuff.
It has a it has actually surprisingly very good support.
Jen is in glam and Ryan FaceTimes in. There's all these women around her and they're just like talking and he goes, hey, do me a favor before you hang up. I need all the ladies' numbers because I have a new dick pic I'm working on. So I just want to get it out there to everyone. She's like, Ryan, you are so funny. You are very funny. He's like, I'm actually being pretty serious. But anyway, you're magical. You're magical.
too
Have a
soon,
great time.
Ryan. So Emily is saying, whatever. She's talking. There's arrivals. So Taylor sees Emily's friend. Emily has this like blonde bombshell friend who's gorgeous, and Taylor's like, "Oh my God, your friend is beautiful. How do you even hang out with this girl? This is crazy. Want to see me eat cotton candy? Made me famous."
Taylor sees Gina. She goes, "Oh, I'm glad you have your smile back. I'm so glad you have your smile. It's because you're just like walking on iceberg lettuce, don't you? It feels nice, right? It's refreshing for your souls, huh?"
Oh my God, what were you thinking? I was sad or something? Have you talked to Jen, speaking of sad? And Taylor's like, yeah, I talked to her yesterday. I think she would just like to be in a relationship with everyone in her business. You know what I mean? And then Jen comes and she's like, oh my God, there's so many girls here. And we see a blonde. I thought it was Gretchen. Did you see that big blonde Gretchen hair? I could have sworn, but this really is just like a bunch of.
This is
a Jennifer
It's a
Aniston
Gretchen. It's a Dr. Jen. It's a Alexis Bellino. It
Jimmy
really could
Kimmel
be.
made the invite list for this party, basically.
I know. This was a Jimmy Kimmel curated party. That is for sure.
So Emily and Heather are talking, Heather Dubrow, and Heather's like, oh, I was telling Terry, I had so much fun with you, Emily. Wasn't that fun? Gosh, your Make-A-Wish finally came true. You, alone time, Heather Dubrow. Television's Heather Dubrow. You're welcome.
Oh, here, I forgot to give you this. I know you wanted an autograph at the end of that session, so this is my gift to you. Please enjoy.
So we see a clip of yesterday. Emily and Heather hung out, and Emily apologized for being so aggressive, and she's like, "I'll work on that." And then we get a flashback in the flashback of 3 days earlier, when she's like, "You're the one who has a phony
Inception.
relationship with Tamara, you faker."
I think Emily is a very strong, assertive woman, and I think that's amazing. It's just that when it crosses over to aggression and aggressive nature, that it's off-putting, and I think in her heart she doesn't mean it, so I can get past it. Usually, I just am worried she's not quite rich enough to be that angry.
Well, she just betrayed you and sick Tamara on you behind your back. So good luck. Okay, you're about to see how forgiving Emily is. Okay, because she's just ruined the rest of your month. So then we go to Gina and Jen talking, and Gina's like,
So, how did you end up after Nubu?
"Come on, Gina, you can pronounce Nobu. Come on."
Well, Jen's like, I just think that there's something personal with Tamara that she doesn't understand. I don't understand what's going on with Tamara. And Emily's like, well, I wonder if Tamara's going to drop a bombshell today at this slip and slide party. Wow, an Emily party would be the worst place for big drama to happen. Am I right?
Did you notice this chick's hat that she was wearing? Jen's hat. I was dying laughing. It's like the girl can't get in. She can't win. She's like a pest that they won't really let into the group, but they're also trying to exterminate. She's wearing a screen door hat. Basically, it's a sun hat. I'm going to show it to you on the screen here. But she's wearing this sun hat. Look what it does to her face. It looks like she's a bug trying to get in a screen door. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's like a straw hat, but it's like mesh. It sort of has a mesh pattern, so the light comes through, and it does look like she is trying to get into a screen door.
She's like just behind a screen door, like, let me in. Why are they trying to exterminate me? They won't even let me in this house. So she's upset, and she knows already that something's coming for her. It's just, what is it going to be? You know, she's like, what's it going to be? Another attack on Jen? A feeding frenzy about Jen? I mean, I'm just dressing all in black. Just bury me already.
So Heather meets Perry, and then Heather tells her friend, isn't she stunning? I think she's almost 80. I'm going to buy her. I'm just going to buy her. Put her in the foyer.
So Jen's like, oh my god, that we're back to Gina and Jen, and she's like, yeah, there wasn't even talking to Tamara the other day because that girl was the 3 sheets to the wind, and Emily's like, yeah, well, Tamara had too much to drink, but we've all been in that situation, and then we get clips of Emily's greatest hits being drunk and being like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you.
Better be quiet. You shut up. You shut up. You better leave this party right now. So Gina's like,
You know, it seems to me that Tamara wants you to pay for something. You
Oh,
know,
no,
like
no, she doesn't want you to pay. She wants you to pee.
wants you to pay
Tamara
for
wants you to pee
something.
for something. It's my new accent.
But for what? I mean, are you really sideways about me meeting Ryan in your gym? Is that really upsetting to you that I met like kind of a younger, hotter version of Eddie at your place of business and then opened up my own place of business too? Is that all it is?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
It's because you have a gym, and Tamara's not having it. She thinks you're a bad friend. So then we go to Tamara and Heather, Heather Amin, who are showing up, and Tamara's in fluorescent pink badge, and Heather Amin's like, now listen, Tammy, it's not time to go hammy, Tammy. Let's be nice, Tammy. Tammy that rhymes with hammy. Hey, Tammy, whammy, no whammies, Tammy. That's what I would say if we were playing Press Your Luck together.
I was really hoping that Tammy Knickerbocker was actually there to be like, oh, Hammy Tammy, that's just what they call me. So Jen, they walk in and Jen's like, oh, hi, Heather Amin. Hi. And she's like, hi, Jen. And Tamara's like, yeah, I think you know Heather. I think you know Heather. She's like, yeah, a little bit. And everyone's just like meeting Heather Amin and everything. And Emily starts talking to Heather Dubrow about how she makes sex movies with Shane. And Heather's like, she's like, you have made a sex tape? Is that on your IMDb? Because I haven't seen that anywhere.
Do you watch it? And she goes,
Yeah, and then my ass looks big, so I makes him delete it.
and the producer's like, do you ever make sex tapes to watch yourself with Terry? And Heather's like, he's non-union, so no. I don't even like watching myself on sitcoms. Can you imagine? It's like, well, thank God you're not on any. That must make your life easier.
I don't even like enjoying myself on Reba or Hot in Cleveland or any of the pilots I did for CBS from 1996 to 1999. So a sex tape, get out of here.
So Jen just nips it in the bud, goes and grabs Heather Amin to go have a talk, right? And all the other girls are watching. Tamara's like, they're talking, bitch. And Jen sits her down and she's like, listen, Heather Amin, I don't even know where to start. I mean, I reached out because everything that Tamara's throwing at me, it's like, supposedly is coming from you. And Heather's like, what's everything? Exactly. What is everything? With her one eye fritzing out. What is it?
Yeah, and Jen's like, just all of Ryan's past. And Heather Amin's like, well, I'll tell you what hurts me is that when you texted me and threatened me and said you were going to hurt me professionally, knowing I don't have any profession whatsoever.
And Jen's like, how did I threaten you? And then we see the text. I'm sure from a personal and professional standpoint, you would not want us sharing any of your personal info, which is not a threat. I'm sorry. I'm Team Jen. So then we get a close-up of this chick, Heather's double crucifix Netflix necklace. She's pure evil. By the way, I'm not saying Christians are evil. I'm saying fake, phony people who use religion to hurt, like as a shield, so they're able to hurt other people without taking any blame. That's what I'm calling evil. Before anybody gets all pissed off at me, because I've been saying it all thing. But never trust someone with a double crucifix. And by the way, if you're wearing one, reconsider. A single's good. A double, you're trying too hard. Okay, so back to it. So Heather's like, you were threatening me, and Jen's like, what do you think it feels like, Heather? What do you think this feels like? Do you think this feels good for me? Do you think it feels good?
And Heather Amin's like, you're assuming all the information is coming from me just because it's all coming from me. And so Jen says, are you kidding me? Who's not honest here? And so Heather says, I don't like lies told about me that I'm sending pictures. I'm doing this, I'm doing da 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 da. I didn't. And do I think Ryan's going to go and send me a dick pic? I never even had a relationship with him like that. And Jen's like, yeah, exactly. So like, when you get that, now you have to know it wasn't for you, right? Do you understand the logic that you're saying? Do you understand how you're undermining your own gossip?
Yeah, she's so stupid. She's like, yeah, I mean, who's not? No, she goes, yeah, this information's not coming from me. Why are you assuming? And then it cuts to Tamara going,
Really? But Heather Amin said that when he walked into the gym, he said he wanted to fuck me. Yeah, but Heather Amin got a dick pic from him.
oh my God,
Yeah.
that's who said it. What do you think Tamara's going to be honest about you and nobody else? I mean, come on.
Right. So Heather Amin is like, well, then who was the dick pic for? It's like, Jen's like, it was for me. And Heather's like, really? I feel like you play this dumb role. She's, I'm not playing a dumb role. See, you not understanding the dumb role is actually literally you playing the dumb role. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
No. God, you're doing it again. I'm sorry, I just don't get what you're saying. Are you speaking English? Come on, you're not that dumb.
So then Shannon,
Listen, you can't put one past me. 2 + 2 = 5. So God damn it.
Shannon's
But
talking
also,
to Tamara.
I'm sorry, but also Jen is hurting her own thing here too, because Jen was saying that Ryan's dick pic was sent to his entire phone book. So when Heather Amin is like, "Oh, really? You're just playing dumb. Who is this dick pic supposed to go to?" And she goes, "Me." She didn't say it wasn't just you. It was his whole phone book who got the dick pic, not just you. So Jen's
Yeah.
also full of shit.
So Shannon's talking to Tamara. She goes,
Well, I mean, she says that Jen says that she and Ryan are in therapy, her and Ryan, so that's good.
and Tamara's like, therapy's a psychic. It's not even a real therapist. So Heather Dubrow joins them and goes, hi, this television's Heather Dubrow. I'm here. I'm just been walking around this backyard pretending to be a new cast member of Selling OC. Anyway, I just walked by Jenna and Heather. Is everything okay? And Tamara's like, do I need to go over there? I should probably go over there. I want to go over there because this is sort of supposed to be a scene that I was supposed to be in, so I'm going to go over there.
I know. She's like, I orchestrated this shit, you know?
It's like not inviting Leonard Bernstein to West Side Story, bitch.
So she marches over there, and Shannon follows her, and Emily goes over there too. Everyone's going over there, and Tamara's like,
The whole reason I brought Heather Amin is because I want all three of us to talk this out.
so she's not going to get her screen time stolen. She jumps right up on that dumpster and sits there with her triangular mouth and dares
Well, 'cause
you to try.
She also has to make sure they don't actually reconcile and that they can she makes sure that she and Heather Amin can still be anti-Jen.
Right. So Shannon and Tamara sit down, and Heather Amin's like, guys, I'm just trying to explain that I'm not sabotaging her or ruining her life. And Jen's like, well, I was just saying that I'm more sick of the judgment of mine and Ryan's lives. I mean, you can judge it, you can critique it, you can think whatever you want, I guess. And Heather's like, we're not judging it, but you're not being honest. It's like, oh my God, you are Tamara trained.
Yeah, and Jen's like, well, what am I not being honest about? And Heather Amin says, do I need to go there? And Jen says, well, I said this to her and I got a napkin thrown in my face. And she goes, well, I found out. If I found out my boyfriend that I was in love with, that I left my husband and family for, did what he did, and what the implication is that when they were on their break, Ryan and Jen, that Ryan went and slept with someone else during their quote unquote break. So, I mean, Heather Amin's like, this was so bad that he did that.
And didn't it sound like didn't she say it was on her birthday too? She's like, if I found out on my birthday that my boyfriend,
did
who
she
I
say
loved,
that?
I was like, oh my God, my boyfriend who I loved and who I left my family for. I was like, oh my God, they're just shitting all over Jen's story, you know, Jen's lie. And so Tamara's like,
Yeah, I mean, they're not on the break. I mean, what is this, friends? Oh, we broke up and I dated somebody. You didn't break up. You cheated and you got caught.
so Jen's like, well, of course this whole we're on a break thing hurt, but it's not a Nancy Drew mystery that they just solved. I mean, there's no new information here, and it still hurts. It still hurts. Is that what you want to know? Is that what you want to know?
So then Heather Amin is like, I would be devastated. And you had zero reaction. Where are your feelings? Right. So Shannon now jumps in.
Hello. Someone in a very stable relationship would like to advocate for this woman. Thank you. She has feelings. She has plenty of feelings, and I don't think you should get involved. I don't think so at all. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong with John Jansen.
And Emily's like, you know, Shannon, she's got to help because the other ladies are still watching. Gina's like, oh my God, why is Shannon going over there? And Heather's like,
Are we terrible for not trying to help? I should have gotten those messy matches. That would have been hilarious.
warm mess. Is that what it said? So Shannon's like,
Listen, it's a lot to be taken in when you're in a happy relationship and you're hearing all this stuff from this person and that person and mainly Tamara, and then like that's not positive about your boy. It's a lot to take in. I mean, does he live under a bridge? Yes. Does he want to move with me? No. Is everything great and perfect? Yes. Are we talking about John Jansen? I'm sorry, I got lost and I lost the thread here a little bit.
Does he put ranch dressing on the wrong shelf in the refrigerator so that when you open it up, it falls on the floor?
Yup.
So Tamara just rolls her eyes and gets a. She gets the snake rattle and the tss at the same time, which is impressive. That's big. That's good work, Tam. So she's like,
Well, in no way was I hitting on your boyfriend. It's like you were trying to say I was.
and Jen's like, I was making the point that you and I would joke about it, and I didn't understand the uncomfortableness suddenly that you were saying you felt so uncomfortable with him making a joke when we joke all the time. Like, I just don't get it, Tamara. And Emily's like,
Just because I'm the host, I just want to make sure everything's okay, so I'm here now too.
it's like, oh my god.
Thanks
I
for
watched my
checking in.
butthole. Anybody want to see it?
So Heather Mean's like, I get upset because you're not standing up for yourself. And it's not me saying I'm out for you, Jen, because I love you. I mean, what part of me telling all of Orange County that Ryan wanted to fuck someone else and then sent me a dick pic says that I don't love you? I don't get this.
And Gina's like,
Yeah, honestly, it just comes from caring because you're trying to manage the situation, right?
and Taylor's like, oh my god, why don't you two just talk? I don't know that everybody needs to be here for this talk. I mean, this is just, I feel like I'm married to Ryan. I'm sick of this relationship. I don't even know Ryan. This is fucking guy.
I'm sick of. I don't want that. This storyline needs to be over. Can we go after someone like Heather Dubrow? Okay. So
I mean,
Taylor,
to think I started this episode off at a corn dog place called the Fun Zone, and this is where we ended up.
I literally brought everyone to an amusement park to try to bring some different energy to the show, and this is where we are. So now Taylor's talking to Jen, and Tamara, I'm sorry. She goes, listen, I overdrank, and I apologize for throwing a napkin in your face. I've literally been crying and beating myself up, and I thought, if I throw a napkin in her face, she will understand what it's like when Ryan throws his penis in all of our faces, okay? And you've got through so much, Batch. And I just want you to be honest and strong. And that's it, Batch. And I don't want you to be like we're on a break. Not back down, Batch. I'm crying.
Yeah, so Heather and Tamara have come in here as the victims, basically. They're both like, look, he cheated on you. We're just trying to help. Okay, well, that's good, because I believe that Ryan is a cheater, and you guys saying Ryan is a fucking low down, dirty piece of shit cheater sending dick pics to people, you shouldn't be dating him. That's a good friend, right? You guys are trying to bring this woman on TV and just drag her over the coals. Stop pretending that you're not. You're such fakers.
Yeah. So Jen's like, well, we didn't know where it was going to end up. And in my mind, taking that time wasn't taking time with other people because I didn't do anything. And for this to keep coming up is a lot. I'm trying to move forward and I'm trying not to go back to it. And I don't want to go back to it. She's basically saying, like, you guys aren't telling me anything new. And it's really hurtful. And I've been just trying to, like, move forward. And you guys are just opening up the wound again. So fuck you guys.
Yeah, she's basically like, look, I left my husband for this guy, then he cheated on me, now I'm stuck. Like, what am I supposed to do? He's still really hot. He's still hotter than Will. And I want to keep fucking the guy, okay? Maybe I know that he's not good for me, okay? I don't eat M&Ms because they're as healthy as an apple. I eat them because they're peanut M&Ms, and they're delicious, okay? I know that that red number 8 could probably cause cancer or something, but I'm still going to eat it, okay? And I just need you guys to back the fuck off. I don't need you to support my habit of overeating, but I need you to not hate me for it. If you can't be my friend, just please don't be my enemy. Isn't that a Taylor line?
Yes, that is. So Jen says, Jen's like, you know, it's just like, it's just a cycle that keeps on repeating itself with Tamara. Like, shame on you for hurting me once. Shame on me because I let you keep doing this. I feel like there was a saying in there did I get that right?
No, and also you're staying with the cheater. So that saying is now null and void. Okay, George W. So Tamara's like,
What is that?
and it's a champagne gun, which means it is time for wacky time. So it's the big slip and slide segment. And Heather's running around going,
That is such a bad waste of champagne and a gun. I love champagne. I'm Heather Dubrow.
And then Emily and Gina are first down the slip and slide. The producers are so mean. When Emily hits the slip and slide with her boobs, they literally insert a sound effect that goes boom. I was like, wow.
they went,
It's
They
like a
went
bouncy ball
crazy
sound.
they went crazy with the sound effects. Shannon does it, and Shannon can never get down the whole slip and slide. And every time she goes, it's like they make this like ripping sound.
Yeah, Shannon does it the way I do because I think I've done slip and slide like once in my life, but I am not comfortable with hurling myself face forward onto the ground. So I would do it the way Shannon does, which is like
I'm going to run and then slowly decelerate so I can have a soft landing on my knees and then lower my chest onto the slip and slide. And, strange, I have only gone forward 1 foot on this device.
I was a huge slip and slider as a kid. We loved them where I grew up, but I grew up in El Paso, which was a desert, and so you can never get a smooth slip and slide. Like there's no such thing. Slip and slide made so much money on desert towns because you jump, and especially me, like a little fat kid. I'm like running and like throwing myself onto this thing, and then eventually you go over a rock every single time.
Oh, no.
You know, you're like breaking a rib, you're ripping the plastic, and you just go buy another one because what is going to compete? I mean, we did try with the Glad trash bags taped together and all that, but listen, nothing's going to beat a slip and slide. Made a lot of money.
wow. That is, I never thought about that, but that's harsh. Also, by the way, the Orange County slip and slide has the special feature of water commingling with spray tan. So like all the water's brown that they're
It's
sliding
frothy.
through.
They say
So
it's,
now-
it's nasty froth on top of the water. Oh, planet.
Hello,
Real
this is-
housewives of our county. Frothy water. Caused by
But unfortunately-
lips that won't biodegrade.
Well, that's the part at the end of the nature special where they lecture. They say, unfortunately, these animals will no longer be able to thrive as the waters in Orange County turn brown with spray tan.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of every episode of Our Planet is when he's like, isn't this gorgeous? Now they're all dead because of humans.
Oh, I just remembered what happened at the end of episode 3, and you are going to cry, Ronnie. I'm so excited for you to see it.
In a bad way or a good way?
No. Well, you'll
Did
just
a
get
dog lick a cow? You know, I love that.
No, it's just there's well, you may cry in a bad way, but I think you'll cry. I think you'll have a range of emotions because I'll just say there's a baby elephant.
Oh, I love a baby elephant. God, those are so good. Do you have to watch it get born, though? I'm still
No.
I get triggered because one time I was scrolling through Facebook and it was just like elephant birth because I follow these elephant things. And I just, no birth is gross. It's nature, guys. But wow, when you're not ready, and I had like a piece of, something going into my mouth and I was just like, whoa, because they
Listen.
just splurt it right out. The elephant's walking along and it's just like, and it just drops it
It just
out.
drops.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm still traumatized from City Slickers. I was not expecting a calf birthing scene in that movie, and to this day, I'm still like, whoa. But no, there's a big elephant moment, baby elephant moment. But I was saying you'll be largely happy, but it's like sad because it's like their habitat is being destroyed. One of those things.
Yeah.
So anyway,
welcome to the fucking planet. Okay?
Welcome to
All of
Orange
our
County.
habitats are being destroyed. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep my air conditioning at 76. Okay. Who's got a problem now? The elephants or me? Okay. I'm first in line to customer service of the earth. Elephant.
So anyway, more slip and slide. So Heather's like, hello, I'm television's Heather Dubrow, and I am someone of the people. I am going to participate in a slide and slip. Here, let me put on my wetsuit.
So Heather, has to be covered head to toe in her burkini or whatever she's brought to wear.
She's like, I've been to water parks, which is, first of all, a lie. She's like, I will not touch poor people water park stuff. So therefore, I'll be covered head to toe to make sure I get no Heather Amin on me.
Yeah, and Emily's like, I thought I was going to have a party with hot friends in their bikinis, where I get Shannon in her Spanx and Heather looking like a whale trainer at SeaWorld.
And then we see them try it again, and Shannon, they're just doing that noise for Shannon all the way down to the halfway mark where she makes it. It's just like,
I guess I just don't have any momentum. I guess you could say this is a metaphor for my relationship with John Jansen. Ha ha. No, we're very happy. We're very, very happy.
so then
So-
we go to another scene, and much like people listening to this podcast are saying right now, I said, it's still going.
Yeah.
It's still going.
So it's Gina. First of all, they show footage of downtown Los Angeles, which didn't make any sense to me. And then we see Gina and Travis at an Italian market, and they get salami. And Travis is like, or Gina's like,
Here's a dick pic for you. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make that joke in front of you.
And Travis is like, yeah, you should send that picture like it's a dick pic to the girls. I was like, that's what she means, dummy. Like, joke.
yeah, a joke. And Emily brings some Krispy Kremes to Shane in his office. And Shane's like, oh, how was the pool party? Did Tamara take her top off? And Emily's like, oh, that's like saying, is the sky blue? Is grass green? And he goes,
Is Shane handsome?
King of
sarcasm. He's back, everyone. He's back.
He's made it back, guys. It's a gentler touch, but he's still here. So then we go to Dr. Laney, an intuitive healer. And you know what I said, didn't you?
Bullshit, you fucking charlatan. I hope they fucking take your license. I'm calling the Better Business Bureau, goddamn burglar. Get off my train.
Well, they're in the back room of Zensations in the therapy room.
Intuitive healer, my ass crack.
And so Dr. Laney is like, would you feel comfortable? Because Jen and Ryan are there. Would you feel comfortable doing like maybe some clearing some of the energy here out of your body? And Jen's like, why don't you lead us? She's okay.
Literally goes for 10 minutes. Okay, so before we even saw this part, you know this lady's full of shit. First of all, intuitive healing for cheating. Don't cheat. Okay, there. But solved. Thanks. That's $50. But also, not to take her seriously. Her office is a TV console, okay, up against the wall with 2 lamps on it. And then she's sitting in an office chair next to it with her feet on an ottoman of the office.
I noticed that.
And then she's got certificates of bullshit. Because what do you,
Yes.
intuitive healing gift certificates? Who the fuck gives you that?
Intuitive visit to Kinko's is what those certificates were.
Intuitive renting the Kinko's computer long enough to print in a funky font. But then she went even further and had that shit printed to canvas. Who prints graduation certificates on canvas, ma'am? Get the fuck out of here, Lainey.
So then we go to
Alexis's mother, by the way, from earlier in the episode. That faceless teenager, Alexis. This is probably where she came from. Dr. Lainey, intuitive healer.
I genuinely feel bad for Alexis at this point, just because
Fuck
her
her.
mom's Lainey. But Ryan is trying not to laugh by this. They do a close up of Ryan, and he's like, he is trying so hard not to laugh, and Jen's just loving it. So then we go to Heather. Heather's like working out or something. She's like, "Oh, Terry, look, I'm trying to get my abs back," and he goes, "The abs are there. You look fantastic." Oh.
Terry really is like, wow, Heather, your body looks great. God, let me look at. Wow, Heather, geez, like, can you at least pretend that you have seen your wife's body in the last decade? Like, he looks
I
like
know.
he's never seen her before. And she goes, well, it is your birthday tomorrow. Why don't I rub my buttocks against your kneecap? It's like, wow, if we were on Survivor, you just started a spark. So that's something. Good for you.
So then we hear, then we just go here.
Dr. Laney's still going. And then then it just stops and she looks at them and Ryan goes, I wrote in my journal last night. She goes, good. Good for you. Very good, Ryan.
So
What'd you write? Was it was it words? It was a dick. I wrote
was
a dick.
just-
I
it
drew
was-
a dick.
it was an actual dick pic, like a literal picture that I drew.
But I didn't send it to anybody. You're learning. Well, really, I just didn't have stamps. Actually, do you have any stamps? Ryan.
She's like, I actually do. Okay, here's something that I would love to normalize also. Let's normalize not having Gina and Travis scenes late in the episode. I don't need our penultimate scenes to be Gina and Travis anymore. I feel like there's been like 3 times this season where we're closing it. We're starting to like landing the plane. The train's coming into the station, and we have to stop everything for Gina and Travis at home talking about shit. Like I can't do this anymore.
I'm with you. So she has made dinner. She's like, see, I made it romantic. And we see her beautiful table. And so she goes off about jarred sauce again and how no one at home knows that she used jarred sauce. Yes, they do, Gina. Okay. That's why they threw your going away party a week early. They're like, what? We thought it was today. God, that's terrible, Gina. We're so sorry. Okay, go now. Go. Bye. Bye. We've already changed the locks on your old house. Go.
There's nothing about Gina, looking at Gina, that says this is someone who makes her own tomato sauce.
Ragu, ratchet ragu, bitch.
Ratchet ragu. Ratchet ragu, bitch. So, ratchet ragu. So Gina's been gearing up for her real estate license.
Yeah.
She already passed one test, and now she's taking a bunch of little tests, and she's excited because she's going to be able to, she's excited to be able to start showing homes and, making people want to take their stuff off the market after she walks through.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, you know who I've been talking to? Dave and Julia. We've been talking about Tess. And then we get a clip of Dave, who is terrifying. That's all I'll say about Dave. I don't know if Dave seems to dream of being on the cover of audiobooks. That's what I'll say about Dave. So, like self-help audiobooks, which if you want one, you should get at audible.com/Kravitz. Ding. So Gina is like, they're going to take me out and show me how to show homes, And Travis is like, yeah, you can. It's just, this is for you because you get to talk a lot and see fancy shit at the same time.
Gina goes, oh my God, I haven't worked in such a long time. I mean, the Cara Gala is more of like a long-term investment. I'm like, that means it's not making any money. That's what that means. It means it's going to be many years before it ever makes a profit, if at all.
Yeah.
She goes,
But you know what, though? I'm actually, like, really proud of myself because, like, I opened up a jar of ragu today.
so, they're just still talking about real
This
estate.
Gina, yeah, she's on track. She's passed some prerequisite exams, et cetera, et cetera. And he's like, so do you think you're gonna hate working with me? And she's like, he's like, do you think I'm gonna get on your nerves? And she says, I don't know. I mean, my life is on a different track than I thought. And he goes, well, do you wish that you'd stayed on that track? Or are you happy with the track that you're on now? It's like, oh my God, is this their whole relationship is therapy? This is not good. Where your whole relationship is your partner giving you therapy over shit. That's not good. I feel like it gives them too much power over your brain.
Oh my God, you know what? I've been thinking about this a lot. And like, I know now that like I didn't properly process like a lot of the trauma with like Matt and I. And like, I think a big part of that is like, I was like drinking and I've like stopped drinking.
And she's like talking about like not drinking while there's a giant red wine glass in the foreground, like it's half the screen.
I just like don't want to drink anymore. And like, I don't need any more drink in me. And like, I just like, I couldn't ask for a better life. I mean, sometimes when I sit there in the sunlight between 1:35 p.m. and 1:38 p.m., which is the only time the sun shines in this house, I just think I love this track that I'm on now.
Was there really wine sitting in the picture? I didn't
Travis
notice it.
Travis was drinking wine, but it just was funny. I don't know. I just think it's funny when she's talking about like, thank God I stopped drinking wine, and it's in the foreground, so it's literally this huge wine glass on the screen. It just was it was a funny image, darling.
Darling. So he's like, well, now it's a true fresh start. I mean, not for the sauce, because
That's what I wrote too. Fresh in a way that jarred isn't.
So then Tamara gets out. She's driven to a restaurant. She tells her driver, she's like, hey,
There's some mean birds around here. Might be right back here, right, Toots?
slaps him on the ass.
They're at Mozambique restaurant, which I'm like, I can only imagine what Mozambique restaurant of Laguna Beach really is. Like, I just get scared. I get more scared than Jimmy Kimmel's dinner parties. So guess who's there? Guess who's there at Mozambique? It's Vicky Gunvalson, and Tamara runs up to her, and they play like the original Orange County theme song when they show Vicky, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. They play it, and then they show like the black and white Mickey Mouse turning the big wheel on the steamboat. It's like ding 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 ding, which is kind of terrifying sounding. It always has been. So to just have it under Vicky's face doing her like her big fake weird smile. So Tamara's like,
Of course you have shots. I'd be shocked if you didn't have shots. Vicky really knows how to whoop it up, bitch.
And she's like, I haven't seen you in like 3 months, batch. And you're never home. And Vicky's like, yeah, well, I've been traveling a lot. So I've been like, I have toothbrushes everywhere. Like I'm spending my time in Newport Beach and like Puerto Vallarta and like Kodo. But like Micah bought another house in Pacific Beach. And then Brianna's in Illinois. And I've been dating a really nice man for about a year now. And the producer's like, how's your sex life? She goes, oh, sex life is great. Like he's incredible. Have you seen him? And just like this photo of this guy being like, oh. It's just...
yeah, really.
like
everybody, you just heard zippers like start busting open all over America. And Tamara's like,
You gotta wait for Shannon, because she said she's around the corner. She's gonna be here right in just a minute, okay? Wait till we take the shot.
and Shannon's like, whoop, 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 whoop. Who's whooping it up?
Tres Amigas. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Double guns in the air. Tres Amigos back together.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should all put on sombreros and do a show at a comedy club and say, we're the Tres Amigas. That'll go over so well.
God, that's if you guys haven't seen that, you might want to look that up.
Oh, it's cultural sensitivity at its finest. Really, really covering all the bases on this episode.
So
She's like, wow, being with Tamara and Vicky, you really elevate to crazy fun. Buen topo with the Tres Amigas.
and so they start doing shots, and Vicky's going,
We're back. We're back.
Vicky's like in wrestling, you know, it's like the Vicster is back. She's like,
I'm here, and I'm not taking any crap from anybody.
Lord, thank you very much for bringing us back together. I miss my friends. I love to whoop it up again. Whoop it up.
So she's doing the whole Vicky thing, and Shannon's
I'm not going to lie. I don't take that many shots except for when I'm around these two girls or when I'm not around these two girls. Those are really the only times I take these shots.
God, I'm only drunk when I'm around these girls or waiters or nobody, really, or everybody, or in the morning, or at night, while I'm sleeping, when I wake up.
Only
During
that.
baths.
That's the only time. Only time I ever have shots.
so then we get clips of them being wacky and drunk together, and Shannon's like, well,
I literally haven't eaten today.
and Vicky's like,
Catch up, bitches! We're having fun!
doing that
Yeah.
forceful fun on people. By the way,
And
I'm
if-
sorry for everybody's ears. This is not. I
No,
know
no,
this is
it's-
gonna be an easy recap to get through.
It's fine. It's fine. Listen, we did 2 episodes of Aisha Voice on Below Deck this week, so I think everyone's used to it.
So Tamara's like, Becky, your nipples are showing, batch. That's a very sexy bra you have on. She goes, oh yeah, well I wear crotchless panties. Okay, because I wear and I wear thighs, whatever it takes, because everyone's getting older. Okay. And so Tamara's like, hey, have you talked to like Emily and Gina and Heather, Vicky?
Vicky's like, well, I don't talk to Heather or Emily because you know what? They're not my wheelhouse. Okay, get a job. But I did see Heather a year ago, and that was a bit standoffish because she puts me in this little, I'm an insurance company, and I'm below her. Like, who's close with Heather? Who? You, Shannon? Are you close with Heather? Come on, Shannon. Come on. And Shannon's like, well,
Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
No, well, thank you, Etherme. Basically, I was like, well, I mean, we had a bit of a rocky year last year,
And Tamara goes, define Rocky Batch. And then the editors, some of their finest work was synchronizing Shannon talking about her rocky year with Heather, cross-cut, but on screen at the same time, of Heather going, if you ever come for me or my family again. It was brilliant.
it was so funny. And because Shannon didn't even say anything, she just goes,
Yeah, well, we did spend time together over the summer.
Nick closes up on her face, and she just starts doing that looking around thing and pursing her lips. So she's like,
You think about the good times we've had over the summer and how everything is healed. Well, surely they will not be playing clips over my eyes, going back and forth very slowly and pursing my lips like this. Oh,
It will cost you a lot. Not saying this as a threat. I'm saying it as a promise.
that was 10 full seconds of Shannon hoop time.
So Tamara's like, yeah, define Rocky. And Vicky's like, oh my God, it's the hottest movie. This guy just runs upstairs a lot, beats the shit out of people. It's so good. Like, no. We're not
Wrong
talking about the
Rocky,
movie.
bitch. So do you confide in Heather Dubrow, bitch? And Shannon's like, oh, well, you know, some things I have. And Tamara goes, do you feel like she would ever repeat what you say in confidence? And Shannon
Well,
goes,
I do know
no.
I do know that nobody except Heather knows that I am allergic to the leaves from broccoli. So that's, oh God, did I just say that? Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to come up with another test.
I do believe that she has a vault. I mean, she says that's where she keeps Richard Marx. So she literally has a vault in that basement.
And Tamara does her looking around and moving her lips face like,
Well,
am I going to tell the bitch?
I'm going to tell the bitch. Am I going to tell the bitch?
And Shannon knows that face. So she goes,
Oh. So have
invisible
you
straw
heard
face.
things about me? Recently? Is this recently or is this 2 years ago or 4 years ago? So certainly not as soon as this month when we became best friends again and I opened up to her about everything for 3 hours on the phone.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
And Vicky's like, well, if it's a vault, it's a vault, it's a vault. If that vault's not insured, then it's not even really a good vault. And Shannon's like,
Are you kidding me right now? Like, Tamara, you can't do this to me. You can't do this. Come on. You have to have a vault too. Vault to vault. Come on. You can't. Don't bring this up on the air. Don't do this. I'm mic'd. I'll tell you in a minute. I will tell you, and everything's fine.
and then we get
Everything's
the
fine.
full movie. Boom. She's like, Tamara, do not do this to me. Are you all right? I'll tell you in a minute. She gets up and she walks over to the production crew at the corner of the restaurant and she goes,
Oh, listen, I'm not going to air a relationship that I don't know. This is going to destroy us. This will destroy us if this comes on the air.
and she's like, they're going to talk about my relationship. That's not okay. Is that what you're going to talk about, Tamara? Because Tamara's over there now too. And Tamara just goes,
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, I'm going to die. She was like, I am done. I am done. Bravo, bravo, fucking bravo. That's what it is, right? This is going to destroy everything. My relationship is over if this is on the air. This is over.
and then Vicky is left alone at the table and just goes,
And then there was one.
and her Vicky scream. Man, Tamara is just a fucking monster. And this one, Shannon, still trusting the wrong people over and over and over. Trusting Heather Dubrow. Have you lost your goddamn mind? What do you think that John did? Have you heard?
I don't know what John did. I think that he probably just was emotionally closed off and, and got sick of it. Like that's all. That's the only thing I can.
Well, it
I
seems
can
to be
figure out.
something big because they're like bringing up John as she knows she said something that's going to just. She told Heather something that Heather is now telling everybody. So it seems like something not good. But I
don't know, but yeah. Well, maybe John just does not like being on the show. Maybe John is uncomfortable with their relationship being on the show, and so by her, like maybe she brings this up, and then just knowing that whatever it is that's brought up is going to put John in a hot seat in some way, she knows that's going to be the thing that's going to break John, her and John.
I think it's going to be something about John getting so wasted that they had a big blowout fight and that John left her in a restaurant. Because they mentioned that before. Remember when Emily's like, yeah, and then Shannon says like John will leave her in restaurants or something.
Yeah.
Am I making that up? Maybe that was a
Listen.
made-up line from us. I don't even know what's made up anymore.
If the I don't know what's made up either, but if that relationship is already so perilous that like something gets mentioned on the air, then it's probably already over. And actually, as we know, it ends. It's done. They were already in the crappies montage of our in memoriam this year.
Oh, really?
so-
Oh,
Yes.
gosh. Well, they're going to get another go at that this year. Well, everybody, this has been so much fun. Thank you for being with us for 2 solid episodes of Real Housewives of Orange County. That is something. Sorry we keep putting out these doubles, but listen, we got to talk it through. There's a lot to talk through, like Zensations. Okay. Thank
Sensations.
you. Sensations. Thank you. I couldn't remember. Damn it. Zensations is the musical that ran off Broadway for
Zensations is-
30 years.
That's just it's just a gym for little girls to go and get into gymnastics.
Remember the Zen of Zentember when.
Everybody, thank you so much for being here. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.